Potato.
Hey, what's up,
Hello.
guys?
Hey,
Hi.
Welcome to True Tone.
True Tone, our second episode of this month.
Yeah,
No, actually, first episode. No, today's the 14th? Yeah, second episode of this month.
yep. Second episode ever. I mean,
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yes. So, how have you guys been doing today?
Hey.
I'm doing great. I'm really full. I ate dinner and I'm really happy right now.
Oh, that's sick.
It's so warm in my room, too. I'm gonna fucking fall asleep during stream, I swear.
Oh,
What'd you have for dinner?
Chipotle.
If we hear snoring, then we know where it's coming from.
Oh, I don't snore.
That was a joke, my guy.
Do you? No. Just like out of curiosity, do you guys snore when you sleep?
Not really. I mean,
Right?
I don't.
Yeah, I definitely do.
You do?
Oh yeah. I'm old. That's what happens.
Dude,
Yeah.
you should. There's an app where you can like record yourself when you're sleeping.
Why would you want to
And
do that?
No, so what it does is it'll stay on, but not record anything unless it's like very notable. So unless you like say something, it won't record it.
Well, no, but like, why would you want your snores recorded?
No, not your snoring, but like if you like sleep
Just your
talk.
sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it could be pretty
One of
fun.
One of my kids sleep talks for sure. I
really?
have
You
one
should
night
let
sleep
him know
talk, too.
about it. Yeah, or her. I'm sorry. Like about the app. Like, hey, like you know you can like record yourself sleeping, and it'll like pick up on when you speak. Because I did it once, and I'm like actually speaking random stuff when I sleep. It's really funny to watch or
That's
see.
awesome.
Actually,
I don't think I personally sleep talk. I just kind of like sleep.
Mumble.
I don't know.
no, but
I
because
sleep,
you're
sleep.
awake. No, because you're asleep, you don't know, right?
Well, I mean, from people that have been around me, I think they would tell me, but I would hope
Like-
so. But
Because like sometimes people just mumble, just like very quietly, just mumble, and if they're
Oh,
sleeping
yeah.
deep enough, they won't hear it.
That's true.
yeah,
Really?
I don't care enough to know what I say in my sleep.
I am asleep. I am sleeping.
Let's see.
No, but it's like usually like stuff in your like dreams and stuff. Also, yeah, no cameras today.
Yep, not for today.
Did we have
Oh,
any
best.
exciting tech this week? I mean, today was the hideous Pixel 6, but
Yeah.
Did they get announced or
mention
leaked?
Leaked.
It
Yes,
just got
they got
leaked.
leaked yesterday, I think. Or something
Yeah.
like that, but-
it looks
Yeah, but
it looks
it looks
horrendous.
hideous.
Yeah, it's not great.
No.
No, not at all. Like, what is this?
Why would
It
you want
reminds
this?
me of it reminds me of like the older Nexus.
Yeah, the
Right.
Nexus
That's
6.
that's what I was thinking. It has
The
that same
6P.
strip on the back.
Yeah.
The Nexus 6P.
It has the
Like it-
Nexus 6P with the S20. Like,
So
what is this? Like S20 FE sides.
Can I just point something out real quick, Michael? Do you have a dark mode toggle? What's that?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Is that new?
What? I
So
didn't
don't,
even
like,
know there was a
burn my eyes.
toggle.
Yeah.
I
I've
just
never
use.
seen that before. Is
I don't
is
use
that like an
Chrome.
extension?
No, this is just Chrome.
yeah, it's
Dude,
just
get-
Chrome.
Get DuckDuckGo.
I've seen it before.
DuckDuckGo.
So
what?
so for
DuckDuckGo.
the Pixel 6,
Oh.
who's manufacturing that now since LG's like out?
Yeah, who is making this? This is a
no,
good
I think-
question.
I believe LG is still making display panels for phones. I just think they've backed out of their personal smartphone market. So I think they're
So
still
their
making
brand.
panels. Right.
Maybe they went back to HTC.
Oof.
Uh,
Are they
Remember
still a
the-
thing?
Did you ever see the HTC Pixel 2?
Yeah.
The what?
It was hilarious. So Google originally they had
I know
it
they
was
had
like
gaming
a
edition where it
competition.
was like.
it was
I know
like
it was
they asked LG to make a Pixel 2 and they asked HTC to make a Pixel 2, and whoever's they liked best was the one they were going to go with. And like a couple years later,
Oh, the HTC U11 Plus was originally meant to be the Google Pixel 2 XL.
something
Who-
like that.
Who muted
Yeah.
themselves because it became super quiet?
Is that Michael? There's no fan noise.
possibly. Okay.
Okay, Michael,
Wow.
yeah, I don't know if it's your 3090 going crazy or what, but you need to mute
Well,
yourself.
all of my fans are currently cranked all the way up, so that might be. Let me see what happens if I try to like turn everything off.
There you go.
It would
Oh,
probably stop the
so
screen.
much better. Oh my
We're-
god.
I haven't done anything yet.
No, it
Oh.
sounds better though.
Yeah, it sounds better. Whatever you did.
Yeah, whatever you did, it sounds better.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I don't know what you did from
I
the sound of it,
opened
but
the fan application, which would typically raise the RPMs of the fans. Okay, whatever.
maybe it did something.
I don't
Maybe
know.
it like recalibrated it or something.
I guess so. I don't know.
It realized
So-
they didn't need to be running.
So, any tech news?
Aside from the Pixel,
Nope, that's it. All right, see you guys next week.
All right,
I
bye
don't
bye.
I don't think there was. Like, I mean, it's been pretty quiet. Like, after all the Apple stuff, I mean, it's
Yeah,
kind of just
Yeah.
calmed down.
we're still waiting for WWDC, which we're all excited for.
Yeah.
That's very true. I'm
Mhm.
super excited. I'm excited to see. There was a I saw a post from I believe it was iDownload Blog today, and they posted a concept of what iOS 15 could be like for like theming and stuff. And
Are we
Yeah.
supposed to be excited for it? Like, is it actually like exciting stuff or no?
I don't know. I mean, it's just a concept right now, I think. I mean, everybody's speculating that Apple might add some sort of icon, packs, since everybody kind of wants to use icon packs. Everybody's kind of hoping that that's something they'll do, but I don't
Yeah.
see it.
I don't see them doing it just because of all the third-party development that goes into there. It'd be really hard to pass it through the App Store.
Plus,
Just because-
plus privacy reasons.
That's
Like,
why I
Apple's
was
really
saying.
tight.
Well, that's why I was saying there's no way. Like, that's why Apple has said it before with the theming that, like, Craig from Apple had mentioned that previously about theming, that with Android, there's not a good way to police the actual theme, apps or the theming for like icon packs, etc.
Oh yeah,
Um,
there's going to be some offensive ones that people are going to make, and Apple's
Yeah.
not trying to be part of that.
Well, and then plus, if you think about it, Apple already has a bunch of issues right now with their App Store, like where they're like in court and stuff. So I don't think they want to pile it on. So
Oh yeah,
think-
with the Epic Games and
Yeah,
Facebook too. Facebook. Oh wow, Facebook
then-
guys.
and then
Whew.
Tile is like crushing them now. Like I think honestly, I think
How many
Apple's-
Apple's having a rough week,
Yeah,
man.
How many
Yeah.
lawsuits do they have against them right now?
But the thing is like Apple's like
85.
rarely ever lost a case. Like,
Oh
like,
yeah,
their
Mhm,
legal
that's fair.
team is solid.
I
And then,
mean, they're
Tim
the
Cook's
biggest
also-
company in the world. I mean, they got
Yeah.
some cash laying around too. So
And Tim Cook's not afraid to testify either, so like he's pretty solid in a court appearance. But then I think honestly, I think iOS 15 is going to be super light, like as far as like enhancements, and a lot
Yeah.
of it will be behind the scenes, like privacy and security again.
oh please.
And then iPad, I think iPad OS is where we're going to see the most, probably, hopefully.
oh man,
I think
I
we're
want
gonna
to.
definitely see the most on iPad, but I don't know if it's gonna be a lot. Like,
No,
I hope it's a
definitely
lot
think-
because it needs to be.
It needs to be promising. Like at least give people Final Cut on the iPad, like
Yeah.
at the very
Also-
least.
Also, a good manager, like a file manager,
Yeah.
and like don't make it limiting for the software you can install on the iPad.
Right.
So, just like a Mac, make it a Mac, make it a portable Mac.
Macs are kind of portable, but yeah.
Or oh no, that's not what I meant. Like what is it called? Like a touch screen, which really does eat into their MacBook sales. But I don't know how that's gonna work.
Well, I'm also curious, if they launch like not the. I don't think the new iPad Air is gonna come out yet, but I'm kind of curious on the MacBook Pro 16-inch also.
Are they gonna release it next month?
Yep.
I would think they would have. I mean that, and then the iMac Pro or something, right? Like,
Damn, I bought
So-
my MacBook at like the worst time ever.
yeah, definitely.
So there's like, I guess, rumors going around of people saying that there's not going to be an iMac Pro, which could be very well the case. They could just like drop like a 29-inch iMac and beef it
But
up a little bit more.
how would that work though? Because they're working on the M2 right now, right?
Right.
But from
But
what
by the
I've
time
heard,
they throw an M2 in there and they have an
Yeah.
M2 and a MacBook Air the next year, it just defeats the purpose of the Pro naming. So
exactly, and if it makes no sense because the M2 is more like an efficient version. It's not going to have more power, but more like power efficient features. So then, what are they going to put in the Pro and the 16-inch? Are they going to put a new chip, an
it's
M1X
just
or an
going to be a
M2X?
modified M1 chip. with,
Yeah, so an M1X
support
that's been
for-
rumored, right?
Yeah, and it won't
But
be called
then-
M1X either. It's-
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're not doing the iPad Pro naming scheme for processors and all sort of stuff.
So are they
Yeah.
going to be M something, like something else?
Either
'Cause-
that or it'll be M1 with an additional letter onto it, but it's not going to be X. I know that.
M1 Pro.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm still
so,
curious.
but that's not good for marketing, can it?
Not really.
It doesn't really
It
matter, I
confuses
guess.
it.
Because
Yeah.
like, hey, this iPad, this new low power thing has an M2, but this one is going to have an M1 something else, and it's just going to be really confusing for the average consumer. It's going to be like, oh, the M2, it's bigger than one, so it's better.
They might
Yeah.
even like start up their own like chip just for the 16-inch, just for
That'd
like
be
very
good.
very pro professionals and stuff like that.
Like
Well,
M1 Pro and M1 Pro 1 or
Yeah,
P1.
I'm still curious if they're gonna do the like continue with the A chips and what that looks like. Like, is it just limited to like the cheaper iPads, the iPhones, and then that's it? Like,
Yeah.
and then of
that's-
course Apple TV gets A chip every 5 years.
Right. I
A
think
chip.
the A series chips are probably going to be limited to like accessories, iPhones,
Yeah.
and lower end
So-
iPads.
I'm assuming every single device is going to use M1 chip now.
Like the iPad minis aren't going to get M1 chip anytime soon.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not-
but they don't really need it either. I
Well,
mean,
Could you imagine
technically,
that?
Still don't be. God, that's
technically
gotta be-
all
I mean-
iPads could use an M1 chip, because then you
Thing
can
is,
connect it to
though,
other
is that-
devices and stuff.
I mean, according to like the rumors are saying that eventually they're going to update the iPad Mini, but it's kind of turning into like an iPod situation where they only update it like every couple of years or so. Like it's been like I don't even remember the last time we got an iPad Mini update.
Yeah.
So,
I just want M1 in my iPhone, bro.
That would be insane. Like iPhone
Yeah.
12, iPhone 13 mini M1 chip.
I wonder how battery life would be on that thing. Jesus.
Like, imagine it could only be done on like the Pro Max version, so like 13 Pro Max Edition Plus, right? It
Wouldn't
has
there
the
be like an
M1 chip.
actual like difference between the Max models and the
Exactly,
standard
that's what they
models?
used to do, right? With
They're
the
just gonna-
6 and the 6 Plus.
They're just gonna
Yeah.
come out with like a M.5, and that'll be for their
Yeah.
phones.
M.5 M iPhone M13.
Well, and it'll
That's
still be
confusing.
like the A14 too, which is funny. But I mean, it's like I don't know. I mean, personally, going back to like the M1 iPads, I really don't see a point in getting the M1, 12.9 inch. Besides the point of the new display and all this sort of stuff.
That's the
Um,
only reason I got it, was for that display, to see what
Yeah.
it looks like. Because
Yeah.
unless they go crazy with iPad OS, at WWDC, there's really no reason to get like
They
this
better.
crazy maxed up, iPad.
Right. Yeah.
But because like the 11-inch, if you notice, like hasn't sold, or they made enough of them that the demand has been met. Because if you look online, like it's like July, almost like the end of July now for the iPad 12.9, but you can get the 11 next week or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how the actual 12.9 inches in person. Because I mean, I could honestly,
Actually-
I'd be fine running like a 2018 iPad Pro, and I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Like
On
there's-
Best Buy's website, the Pro, the 12.9 inch, is coming on May 24th.
Yeah, that's the
And
one.
the-
That's where I ordered it.
The
But if you
11
go to
inch is coming on
Apple's-
26th.
right.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah, if you go to Apple's site, it's like way out there for the 12.9. Like it's like July 20th or something.
Available second half of May. Nabi.
I'm still shocked the Apple TVs were also second half of May. Like that was kind
Oh.
of frustrating. Like I'm still waiting
June
for the
23rd.
Apple TV.
The Apple TV. Do you guys use Apple TV? Like
Yeah,
what do you guys use it for?
everything.
Streaming. Yeah.
I use it, like my kids use it. Like it's our main TV. Like I don't have cable. I don't have, like, I have a smart TV, but I've never used the interface on it. 'cause
Nobody
it's
does.
terrible. Yeah. And so I've used Apple TV forever. I mean, the last
Yeah.
one I had lasted me the whole 4 years. So
Oh.
Yeah, the Apple TV is really solid. I like mine. I mean, that's
Yeah.
why I'm only upgrading the remote and not the whole TV, because it still works perfectly fine. So
yeah, I have to get a new TV. So I don't know what kind of TV I'm gonna get, because my my lovely curved Samsung TV we have, the volume is broken. It gets stuck and doesn't go up or down, and it sucks having kids because they crank it to like 30, and then it'll get stuck there. So I got to get a new TV now too.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I'd
Imagine
take
Apple
Oakland
made
off,
a
yeah,
TV.
if I live close enough.
Yeah, I wish Apple made a TV for sure. Like I know like it was rumored for like so long and then didn't they like kill that project or something?
It was something like that. I think it was just the fact that they couldn't make the display panel for it. I think,
Which is
Something like
crazy
that.
because
Apple-
now
Huh?
I was just gonna say, which is crazy because now they're putting like the XDR in an iPad.
Oh yeah. Wait, does Apple make that or is it Samsung?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good.
Right?
I know it's color calibrated by Apple, but I don't know about
Yeah.
the actual.
Oh, because they
Did
take
you-
a
did you-
lot of pride in that.
Did you guys see Snazzy Lab's video on the color calibration on the Apple TV?
Nope. For whatever reason, I don't get
Oh,
recommended
yeah.
Snazzy Labs videos anymore. For whatever reason, I don't know why.
Hmm.
Snazzy.
Yeah, I mean, I was able to color calibrate my my TV with the Apple TV's new thing. It works kind of good, but it's also like just kind of a feature that changes the color. I mean, it's not really too helpful, I guess.
Yeah, it's
I
only
can't
helpful
tell
if you're
difference.
using the Apple TV input 24/7 and
Yeah.
nothing else.
Yeah,
But like having a standard way of like calibrating your TV's color is such a great feature. Not going to be accurate, but it's still great. Like I feel like that should be a standard for every single like connection.
Yeah.
Like even for like PCs and stuff too, because like
yeah,
for Macs, like what if you're doing video editing? You really need some sort of like some sort of basis. Like like at least it's not going to be completely off.
Well, I mean, most Macs are pretty color accurate, and I mean, also
No, like let's say
they-
you use a Mac Mini, right, and connect it to your own display, then you have no clue what's going on with the display.
Well,
That's
see,
true.
Apple expects you to pair your Mac Mini with a Pro XDR display.
Oh yeah, but who? Oh
According to
god,
their
that's
marketing,
like $5,000, and who else is gonna? Who's gonna do that?
I mean, that's what
You
they
s-
think you're gonna do.
You save all
You know,
that
not a
money,
lot of.
you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you save a lot of money. Now you gotta buy a $5,000 monitor. Yeah.
Yeah, God. Let's see. How are you
Who
guys
wouldn't do
doing
that? I
tonight?
I'm full. I am warm. I really want to sleep right now.
Same.
I'm cozy. I'm really cozy.
Potato Chip over here is probably gonna leave midstream to go take a nap.
Nah, I won't do that.
I'm having some chocolate milk myself. I'm doing pretty good too.
Chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk.
What is your favorite drink?
Mountain Dew Kickstart. If it isn't obvious by the 29,000 candles.
What's your favorite soda?
Mountain Dew Kickstart?
Mountain Dew Kickstart. Yeah, I could kind of tell for you.
I don't really drink soda much.
Yeah, either do I. Either do I.
I mean, I guess like root beer. That's like kind of it, though. Really, I mean,
Root beer. Yeah, I saw one on your desk. I remember.
it's like diet too.
I went like 4 years without drinking it, and then had like ginger ale recently. So I'm not huge on like soda or pop or whatever.
Man,
Mm.
ginger. I'm mad at ginger ale. I'm convinced that
How are you mad at ginger ale?
I'm mad at the company ginger ale as a whole.
How? What did
I
it
have
do?
I have a secret theory. I have a
Okay.
conspiracy theory that they put something in their drink to make your mouth dry, so that way you drink more.
What?
It's just- It's just the ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Science.
okay.
What have you? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's kind
It's
of
like,
how that works.
I bought a lighter and it burned the tip of my finger. I think their secret plan is to burn your hand, so you keep having to buy a new lighter. It's like no, it's just
God.
it is a lighter. It sets fire on
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I bought this monitor and it displays stuff. Oh God, I hate this thing.
Okay, ha
Dude,
ha ha.
I think-
Make fun of the stupid guy. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, because what you said is so just like out of the blue.
Yeah.
But yeah, they
But ginger ale does taste great. though.
Never mind. I take
Like,
it back.
When you're really tired, right? Like when you drink like soda, like a Dr. Pepper or like a
Dr. Coke.
Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, right? After you're really tired, like you just like worked out or something, you went running, it was a really hot day. But if you drink ginger ale, it feels more like crisper than those sodas.
yeah.
More
Yeah.
crisper.
Crisper. Yeah, I don't know.
Typically,
That's-
I don't drink Coke after I work out, but that's
No, not like working out, right? But like, let's say like after a long day, right? You come home from work or something.
Yeah.
It's like a really hot day, right? and you're like kind of sweating, it's kind of hot, and like you want something cold and tasty, but like you don't want to just drink water or tea because like that's not enough like flavor, you know?
I drink tea. I mean, if it's like
Oh yeah, I drink tea all the time too, but like let's say you're in like this weird place where you just want soda.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
For me,
Yeah.
I kill water all day long. Like I get like
Oh, yeah.
the 1 liter water bottles, and I go through like 3-4 of those a day. Like I kill water just all day long.
yeah. I have like 4 empty water bottles on my desk. This isn't. It's not healthy. I should probably get rid of them.
Well,
but
drinking water is healthy, not leaving it on your desk is.
well, they're empty, so like technically they serve their purpose.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, we
I
need
mean-
some True Tone water bottles now.
Right?
True Tone water bottles. Oh no.
Yep, just gotta get all that True Tone merchant, you know.
There we go.
Jeez.
Are we gonna really start making merch? That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I wonder kind of what Ian's gonna think about it too.
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
true.
You
But
know,
we
that's
Try
probably
making some merch. That would be cool. I mean,
Yeah.
how's the sales gonna be like distributed? Like,
we get like 3 people that would buy it, but you know, it works.
so like let's say we sell a bottle. Like, I know you can buy the you know the one where the girls used to be really popular with the girls.
The
And, like-
hydro flasks.
Hydro flasks, yeah. The like the meme, you know. I heard you can buy them in bulk, and there's like a distributor for them.
Yeah.
And so if you can buy them and then brand it with our own branding,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I saw that on
Right?
Alibaba or AliExpress.
Yeah, 'cause, like-
Yeah.
hydro flasks aren't some sort of like amazing technology. They're just
Rebranded AliExpress.
yeah,
items,
exactly.
Yeah.
So
That's interesting. I just look into that then because I remember they're really cheap because it's just
Yeah.
aluminum really. So
but they're really good, like as water bottles, you know.
yeah, I don't know if
I mean-
I don't know how like rebranding would actually work though. That's the only problem.
I mean, how is that going to work with taxes and like sales? Because Ian
Wait.
still has to pay taxes for his YouTube, right? And then it's going to be like, yes, so now we sell stuff.
Yeah, it would be distributed like a company would be, where
Do we become his
sales
like official employees so we can receive like a
are- True Tone
pay-
LLC. Perfect.
True Tone LLC? Yeah,
Jeez.
that'd be pretty funny, actually.
When is iOS 15 Beta 1 coming to the public? June 7th or whatever WWDC is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, typically that's day 1 release for 15 Beta 1. I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see the new iOS versions and WatchOS and all sorts of stuff. See what new watch faces we get too, and kind
Kind
of
of curious about Big Sur also. Like what happens
Hmm.
with Mac OS, you know?
yeah, macOS 12 maybe or 11.1 or no, we already have 11.1.
I was about to say it'll be
Yeah.
macOS 12.
That'll be
Some
interesting.
crazy name again.
Yeah, God, that'll be. I don't know if they're gonna change it to something or what,
It'll
but
be macOS High, Big Sur.
yeah.
I don't know. It kills me every time Craig gets on the stage.
Oh,
like-
it's that's like the best part of the event, like hands down.
oh yeah.
And everybody starts cheering for him.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. It's
Yeah.
pretty.
I like how they still rumor him being CEO. Like that would be so funny.
Oh
Who?
yeah,
Craig?
Yeah, Craig.
Craig becoming
he could be. I mean, he's like kind of the second person to be, or the next person that would logically be the next CEO.
Wait,
but,
are people already
Yeah.
looking for replacements for Tim?
well,
Oh, yeah.
he's not going to be there forever, so yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
he said
actually,
he's gonna
that's
leave
true,
within
yeah.
the next 10 years, isn't he?
Well, Tim-
In, like
yeah.
in the
Really?
next 5
Within
years.
the next 4.
I mean,
probably.
Yeah.
it must be so stressful for him being the world's biggest company's CEO.
Well,
I mean, he doesn't even need to do this stuff too. Like he's floating on bank right now. Like he doesn't.
Oh.
he-
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have money for the rest of his life. Like he's set, but like at the same time, people are gonna be after him. He got to be careful.
yeah.
They already picked some of his successors. Like if it's not Craig, it's the health guy, the health app guy. What's his name? I always forget
The
his
health
name.
app guy. Oh, great.
The Apple Watch.
When-
The guy that always comes out with about the Apple Watch and stuff.
Oh.
I really hope whoever succeeds him is someone that's really like about privacy as well and doesn't follow the path to like Facebook and Google and Windows, where it's like, yes, sell all data. Fuck it.
well, I mean, he
they're
wouldn't be the
careful
one
about
controlling
that.
it either.
What?
Yeah.
the CEO alone wouldn't be the only person controlling the whole entire thing. It would have to go through several people as well.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if the head of the company is like, yes, let's do this, then everyone's gonna be like, yeah, fuck it, whatever.
But their CEOs though are locked to the shareholders, so like that's why Apple retains so much of the old stuff that they do, because they don't want to irritate all those massive shareholders. And then on top of that, like their CEOs, the way that the company was built, even with like back with Steve Jobs, was always built that the CEO is more finance driven and supply chain driven than making like actual decisions on the products and the designs and the like privacy, like all that stuff. There's so many other people that make those decisions, and the CEO just focuses on finance. That's why Tim was made CEO, because his background in finance and supply chain with Apple was a huge success. I mean, without Tim, there's no way like Steve Jobs would have rose back to the top at all.
I don't know how well Craig's with finance and stuff like that, so I don't know how that's going to work.
So then I'm hoping that their stance on privacy stays consistent then.
Yeah, it should. I mean,
I'll be with Apple for the rest of my life if they're like, yes, we will not sell your data forever until you die.
Who else are you going to go to?
No one. That's the thing.
You're not
That's
going to
why
go
I
to
want
Google.
them.
You just wouldn't have a phone at that point.
No.
You
I
could
use
go to
DuckDuckGo. Technically, I don't even use the Google accounts anymore except my Gmail.
Well, yeah, but it's still inconvenient to have an
You know
Android
who's
phone
super
out.
privacy
Like,
focused
super
and
out.
never ever has privacy issues? Facebook. That's a great company for privacy. They never
Oh,
have any
absolutely
privacy
not.
issues ever.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
never.
they're the best, yeah.
So
They just
taking
are-
a huge turn into a direction that nobody was talking about. My main computer broke this week.
Wow, we
Oh.
were really not talking about that, really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anyway, about his computer being broken. No one. I'm joking. Anyway, so what happened to your computer? Let's try to diagnose it.
Well, I figured. I mean, I know exactly what it was.
Then what is it?
I have two SSDs, and in order to switch the SSD in my computer, you have to take out like some 20-something screws off the bottom of the computer.
Wait. You have two SSDs installed, and you have to switch them?
There's only one SATA port in the computer, and so if I want to use Windows, I use one SSD, and then I have another SSD that has Mac OS installed on it. So I switch them out from time to time based on what I want to use.
Why don't you just use like a USB?
Because it's not as fast, and it's not really reliable, and it's a laptop, so I don't want to.
That sounds like more work than just plugging it in.
I mean, it's not too bad. I don't switch that often. I do it maybe every few months or so. So, I mean, honestly, it's not that bad. But the issue is that the SATA cable that was inside the computer is like a ribbon cable. So it's already super fragile. And the gold pins.
Contacts?
Yeah, the contacts that are at the end of the cable, ripped off. Or something you can I'm holding it right now, and you can kind of see. I mean, I can't show you, but there's the pins are just all sorts of bent and ripped. It's horrible. I don't know what happened.
Buy a new one.
Yeah, and that's what I'm gonna do. But for right now, I have to use this old desktop that's super slow.
Sucks.
So that's fine. That's how my week went.
Huh. Yeah, it's it's best having a reliable computer. So I mean.
Yeah,
those computers seem to be decently reliable. It's just when they're not, it's kind of annoying because
I mean, Apple computers, right? People always complain about it, like how you can't open it and you can't service it on your own, and right? But they're one of the most reliable machines ever. Except there's a few machines you can't say that for certain, but the 12-inch, for example. But
I'm talking. I think more of the older devices, like 2012, 13.
Okay,
I think the unibodies, but they're still using batteries. You're still going to have to worry about expansion later on out of warranty, which is going to mean you're going to have to buy it, and most likely.
Yeah, but if you're using an Apple product, they expect you to change it every single week. They want you to buy a new one next week.
Not
I mean,
really.
The difference though is that with these computers, with Mac computers, the failure rate is just way lower. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just not nearly as high as someone, you know, that has a Windows computer, which I think is, I mean, I would imagine is why most, you know, manufacturers, you know, decide to make more parts accessible than on, you know, Apple computers, because, you know, the failure rate is higher just by default. Like, I mean, that's
Yeah.
just, you know, that's just how it works. You know,
But it's interesting because they do the Apple way where they send you the entire thing back to you to replace it. Because that whole goal is like, yeah, so like the parts are accessible, so you can replace it on your own. But if you don't know, we'll pay for it, but you gotta send the whole thing back to us. We'll replace that one part and then waste so much shipping material and labor and gas and carbon footprint increasing to do the same thing that essentially Apple will do, but then have it not accessible and then make it inconvenient for other people. But in the end, make it a same experience, but with less of a footprint for the manufacturer. Yeah.
yeah, it's not great.
No, it's
That's
not
for
great
sure.
either way. It's still a waste either way. But
Yeah.
it gets the same thing done for less materials, technically, right? With Apple's way.
Yeah.
If you think
And,
about
and I
it.
mean, I completely agree. I mean, I think that I think that there's definitely a way to do it, and you know, I don't think
Just
the
don't
problem
break,
is
duh.
that there's no end all be all, you know, to make the whole, you know, having to replace computer parts perfect. I mean, you know, obviously there, you know, you can,
It's impossible.
yeah, I mean, there's just no perfect way to make, you know, your computer, you know, perfect. And I mean,
Yeah.
Apple is definitely the closest, but you know, again, it's never there's
like-
it's never perfect. I mean, you
Oh,
know,
of course
so
not. Because the battery, like even if you make everything else invincible, like even now the SoCs with Apple going ARM is one good move, because if everything is on together on itself and if they don't have any manufacturing issues, well, less moving parts, less parts in general will lead to less failure. But the battery, right? It will never go away. Unless you have some sort of, what's the thing that Xiaomi released where it's like if you're in the room it charges it?
yeah.
Oh, the air
Actually,
power.
inductive.
Air power never came out.
Or maybe
What if
I
they-
just-
What about a future like this where everything has there's like induction towers, and like your phone doesn't need to carry a battery? It will constantly be receiving power from the areas like the towers near you with power.
Jesus. And people
Imagine.
thought COVID came from 5G. Could you imagine what they
Oh
would
man, yeah. Imagine. Oh, but it's like technically like a imagine it happening, because technically it
possible.
can.
The only
Well, it's-
problem I see with that is like, what if like there's a sudden power surge, right? And your
What
power
phone
surge?
just
Exactly.
doesn't work.
Oh yeah, but then like we're talking about this world where everything is 100% reliable with nothing going on ever at all, like issue, no problem, you know? Like
well, I mean,
hypothetically,
I guess in that case, imagine like, you know, solar power would probably be way more viable, way cheaper, and so you know you could have like a generator or something, you know,
What?
as a backup. That, I mean, hell, like, you know, I mean, if we're
Oh,
discussing this,
yeah, technically if you have renewable energy and have actually no, then that defeats the whole purpose, because renewable energy uses battery.
well, no, but what I was gonna say was, if you have that, then you could at least have something in the meantime. You know, if
Oh, wait,
if
I
there
remember.
is a power surge, then you could
Um,
have some sort of backup generator that could, you know, at
So-
least hold, you know.
What generators use technically doesn't have to be a battery. And what I heard, what I've watched a few Tom Scott videos, so I can call myself an intellect, you know, like smart person. But what they do is they use a turbine at like in between two stages of water, where it's like one is higher than the other. And so if it has enough extra power running in the system, it'll use that turbine to push water up the stream. And then if there is some sort of power surge and there's a negative, like there's more power being used than it being produced by the sunlight or the wind or any other renewable energy, then it just lets the water spin and then just creates electricity with that. So technically there is a future that can exist without any batteries.
There's probably more complications that we have to look into. I mean, I think
No, I know that for sure, but like a hypothetical situation, no batteries at all
Right.
whatsoever. Your room has an induction tower. Your street has an induction tower. Every single building has an induction tower. You don't need a battery anymore. Like, imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the public would probably, theoretically, the public would start using it more if it, you know, became longer range than like a millimeter wave tower type of thing, where you could use it. You have it in your backyard and you use it inside your house type of thing. That kind
Oh,
of
I
thing.
mean, this is like far in the future, but like, I mean, because now we're
Right.
still playing around with
This is still
charging it,
experimental technology.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
We're still
but like the potentials can be amazing. You know?
AirPods next week. No,
No,
apparently not. Nope.
when's the AirPods?
Possibly WWDC at like earliest, but that's
And we're getting that weird design one, right? With the like,
Right,
it's like an
yeah,
AirPods
that's-
Pro and their normal AirPods like merged together.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
excited for that.
Yeah, those will be interesting. They won't have any ANC or anything like that, which is kind of disappointing. I'd honestly switch to those if they did, but yeah, no, it's just AirPods 2, but they look like AirPods Pros.
I can't wait.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I don't know the price point exactly though. That'll be interesting. I'd hope
I can't
it's the
afford
same.
but I still want it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've seen any of the rumors are suggesting that. I mean, the AirPods are coming next week, so I don't know.
Well, no, that's been disproven by like.
I mean,
several
rumors are rumors, though, so you can't, you know. I mean,
No,
I mean,
there's-
we're believing the Pixel 3 leaks, so
the what?
well, the Pixel 5 leaks have been confirmed by
Or-
actual like
did I
Google
say Pixel
employees.
3?
You guys
yeah.
keep saying the wrong numbers.
The
Pixel-
I was about to
Six.
say,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam said 3.
Six.
Michael
I
said
said
5.
5. Yeah. No, the Pixel 6 leaks have already been approved by like actual
There
Google
we go.
employees
We can finally count.
and like the specs and all that sort of stuff. So for the Pixel 6, they're actually going to throw in their own chip, like Apple's doing with their
yeah, the
own
Whitechapel
SoC,
chip.
That is not good.
something like that. So that'll be interesting. See
Pixel
how
is
that
throwing
performs.
Android under the bus here if they do that.
Unless it's good, it could be decent. You never know. I hope it is.
Because Exynos is the one from Samsung, right? Samsung's ARM, but then it just does not work at all.
Well, yeah,
Right.
but Google's Google, though. I think they could probably pull it off to some degree. I mean, Samsung doesn't seem to be hitting the right places with their own proprietary processors. Like,
Yeah.
I think the biggest difference there, though, is that they're not as focused on desktop computers. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there are any desktop computers or laptops even that have the Exynos processor in them.
No.
for good reason.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
but
The
I mean,
performance is
clearly, if
worse,
they know
battery
that-
draw is worse, power efficiency is worse, heat is worse. It's worse in every other way.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
and so that just kind of proves my point. I mean, if they know that and they're aware of that, then they're probably, I mean, unless they're planning a huge change to the Exynos processors, then they're probably not worried about making computers with Exynos processors in them. They're probably either going to make a new chip or again they might. I mean, I guess there's some off chance that they could make a radical design change and increase it, the performance by like 9,000% or something. I don't know.
Well, the
It's
thing that I
possible.
noticed about the Pixel 6, or at least Team Pixel in general, is that they're broadening their, like, I guess, spectrum on who they're giving it to for review. I've kind of noticed that the head of PR is kind of giving more leniency, which kind of, first of all, kind of makes me, think that it's maybe more budget oriented, or they're just
Yeah.
giving other people a chance. I can't really tell, but it's definitely weird, and it's the weird thing is that they're giving it to people that don't like upload content.
Right.
So that part
Did you
makes
get an email?
sense to me. Me?
Yeah.
I can, but I
What?
don't want one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I'm not going to review it, I'm not going to get one. It's just I don't need a Pixel 5, and also wouldn't plan on reselling it. So yeah,
I mean,
I-
hell, I would take a Pixel 5. I mean,
It's just funny though with Google because they actually could care less about their hardware at all. Like all their sales is tied up in services. Like
Oh, yeah.
they
And
could
they're-
care less about any of their products.
And the Pixel 4a proved that they can make good software for a phone with medium or just like below average specs and make the phone amazing.
Oh yeah.
They got services like locked down.
it's
Yeah.
so sad though because for a minute, and I mean a minute, but for a minute there, the Pixels were not half bad, and the cameras. I mean, for what it's worth, the cameras were carrying it, 90%
They
of
still
the
are,
way
though.
there. But I mean, the hardware, flaws aside, wasn't horrible.
The one
So-
thing they need to improve is their displays. The displays are so
Oh,
dim
yeah.
on those. Like I
Without a
love
doubt.
the Pixel 5, but like the display was just terrible outdoors, especially.
Well, it does
Yeah.
look like with the 6, they are kind of moving towards a more traditional display with like a smaller hole cut or hole punch cutout display or whatever.
But did you see the notch on the top? Man, come on.
It's just a hole punch. It's not that bad.
No. The little forehead, right? It's
What forehead?
2021. Why are we still getting foreheads?
Where's the forehead?
What? Do you not see it?
I'm gonna share the screen here. Hold on. Show me where this forehead is. You see
Forehead.
where?
I mean,
It's
there's
not as
like-
big as your forehead, but that forehead is
My
definitely
guy,
big.
it's a bezel. Oh, okay. All right, Mr. Potato.
I mean, it's like a couple of it's like a couple millimeters thicker, but not. I mean,
No, it's really not.
Am I the only one that
bad
was
at all.
disturbed by this?
Yes,
I guess so.
I think so.
it looks fine. Like it's like on par with the S20 FE, maybe even better. You know, it doesn't
I didn't
have
like
that-
S20 FE though.
Yeah, so I don't know.
The
That'll be
bezels.
weird to see.
Oh my, Mike, your mic.
Mine?
Yes,
Mike's Mike.
You're-
What?
Mike, your mic, your
What
fan
about it?
mic.
I didn't do anything.
Turn off your fans. For a
They
bit.
were they haven't moved. I did. Okay.
Oh yeah. Maybe the way you're positioned makes it sound different to us because
I'm
sometimes it gets loud, sometimes it's quiet.
but I've been sitting in the same position for okay, yeah.
It must be the 5G, man. It must be the 5G.
Yeah, it's
There
that
you go.
5G vaccine, man. It's just messing with the connections.
Must be it, man.
Oh god. Well, I'm glad the CDC kind of like lifted those restrictions.
Oh, let's not talk about that because that's,
Yeah.
fresh off the printing plates. The
Well, yeah, it's a
printing
good
press,
it's a good thing. I'm saying.
I
You know,
guess. I mean,
Yeah, it's still pretty nice.
we're moving out of we're
Yeah.
kind of easing up on the restrictions and things are
Yeah.
kind of somewhat coming back to normal, which is kind of relieving, I guess. So
I mean,
that's,
I'm still gonna wear masks everywhere.
well, yeah, but it's good that you don't have to be nearly as careful as before. As far as
Well,
masks went.
you still have to be pretty careful.
Well,
about-
I'm aware, but it's not. You're not going to die. That's one of the good points. So
But
that's always good.
what I'm scared about, or not really scared, or more wary about, are the people who are gonna have these fake vaccine cards, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
people who say like, yeah, they're vaccinated, but in reality not, because now they're posing threat to everyone else. Because even if you are vaccinated, 95% efficacy, there's still 5% chance, and you don't know how it's going to react to you, and so it creates this new
Well,
sense
The
of
problem
danger
is
I'm
with
kind of
that
worried
is
about.
that there's no way to verify these actual cards. Like
I know.
legit, which is kind of an
Yeah.
issue because let's say people show their cards and the government takes like a survey or whatever saying how many people actually took it and they show their vaccine cards for proof. People would say I'm fully vaccinated, and that's like over half the U.S. and they just decide to start doing it's I don't know.
I mean,
It'll be weird.
this is one of the biggest reasons why I didn't want to talk about it today was because it's still too new news to be able to be like fully ironed out and like have topics like be prepared for it. So
Yeah, it's still a thing though. I mean, it's
Yeah. I'm gonna
it's just
still
like a
continue
sort of-
wearing my mask everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Yep. I guess it's just a extra bonus feature or whatever that we get to enjoy.
mm, okay, whatever.
I'm definitely pretty happy that I at least have my vaccine.
Yeah, seriously.
I'll just be happy when my campus, I hope that they lift, the rules a little bit. I mean, obviously with this being the case now, I'm hoping that
What kind of rules are over there? Like what's set up?
it's the same thing, you have to wear your mask everywhere, but I'm hoping that now that more people are getting vaccinated, that hopefully they can lift the rules a little bit. I'm hoping is that it'll be kind of a situation where if you are fully vaccinated and you have the card to prove it, that you don't have to wear a mask. But if you're not fully vaccinated or you don't have the card or whatever, then you still have to wear your mask. And I mean, obviously, that's kind of a disadvantage for people that can't or don't want to get vaccinated. But at the same time, you know, it kind of benefits those who are getting vaccinated, and you know, so that way, you know, they can, you know, at least get back to a little bit of normalcy.
Yeah.
Were you good after your second vaccine, Michael? You got.
I was
Pfizer,
totally
too.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Like,
crazy.
literally
Same
nothing.
here. Like, I didn't have any issues. Yeah, my
I'm
wife and I
actually-
did it at the
Damn.
same time.
I'm jealous.
It
I'm
makes
getting
no
mine.
sense because I've heard everyone else say like, you know, I've had bad reactions, and I'm just like, my
Yeah,
arm was
same
kind of
here.
sore, but that's about it.
Right.
I mean,
I'm getting
So
mine
my
this week.
wife and I, we went to
Oh,
bed.
that's good.
We went to bed pretty early. Like we went to bed at like 9 or something that night. But
That
we
is
got up
really
at like
early.
9 in the morning. So maybe we slept through like whatever we would have had. But, like I woke up feeling great the next day. And like
Yeah,
my
no.
boss, like he had his, and he had a terrible reaction. And it was like, no, I was
Yeah.
great. I felt awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really weird. I really don't understand. Maybe it's like some sort of genetic thing, but it's really weird. I mean, it's like a very few
It's
select
gotta be.
people
It's
like that,
weird.
you know.
I think a lot of it is based on what's in the vaccine. Like, I think that it matters. I mean, because I'm not a brain scientist or a rocket surgeon, but you know, I mean, I think that, you know, if you're allergic to something in the vaccine or something, you know, just doesn't agree with you, you know, I think that, you know, there's a chance that you're going to have more of a reaction than someone who,
Yeah.
you know, isn't necessarily, you know, as, yeah.
Right, yeah.
And, yeah, and genetically, I couldn't compare genetically because my sister got Moderna and I got Pfizer, so it's not like I could compare to like, you know,
Yeah.
my sister, she was terribly sick for like 2 days,
Oh,
whereas
God.
I was good.
Yeah, I was expecting to just like be knocked out like the whole entire day after taking it. I was just like, you know, planned on staying in bed the rest of the day, but no.
Yeah,
No, it's
It's kind
fine.
of funny because so my birthday is this week and I'm getting mine the day before my birthday. So
Oh,
I'm a
nice.
little worried. Like I don't think that I'll have any horrible side effects, but I'm still like that
Yeah.
that part of me is still like mildly worried that I'm gonna have some sort of side effect and then feel
Was
really
it
shitty
your-
on my birthday.
is it your first one? Is it your first one or your second one? Because the
My
first
second
one's
one.
not too bad. Oh,
Ooh,
okay, yeah,
second one.
yeah. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, that's
It'll be
that's
interesting
kind of
if
what
you
I'm worried
do.
about.
Hmm.
Yeah, my sister got hers the day before her first Mother's Day because she just had her first kid, and
Yeah.
so she got hers
Mazel
the
tov.
day before Mother's Day, and she was super sick like the whole
Oof.
time.
Oh, that
Like,
Well,
that's
see,
sucks.
brutal.
I also don't know. So I don't know anyone that's gotten Moderna. I mean, like,
I
I
know
know people
one
like, through
person.
people, but I don't know anyone personally that's gotten Moderna. Everyone that I know has gotten Pfizer.
So what's really weird is
Yeah.
that they, at least in California, they started restricting the people that could get Moderna. So now they, for whatever reason, if you're under the age of like I think it's 19, you can't get the Moderna vaccine, which is really strange. I don't really understand it. But my friend, he
That is
lives in
weird.
California, and he went out to like fly out of state, I guess, in the Midwest, to get the the shot, because he already had plans to go out there, and he got that. And he flew back to California to get the second dose of his Moderna vaccine, and he couldn't get it because they wouldn't let him for
Damn.
the age thing.
That
So he had
sucks.
to like book a flight out back to where he originally got his first one or whatever. But yeah, his symptoms are pretty bad though, so it's really weird. I don't get it.
So, quick update on the computer situation I was talking about earlier. I'm looking at this this ribbon cable, and I'm trying to flatten out these pins so that way they work until I can get a new one.
Oh jeez, that's horrible.
I'm trying everything I can, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping that nothing breaks, but you know, if you hear some stuff breaking, then
I'm not too sure what that would sound like, but I'll
if
I'll
you hear
keep an
some
ear out for it.
electrical zapping or whatever, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, well, I guess we'll just
If
see.
it's zapping and you're trying to fix a ribbon cable, you did something seriously wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, electricity and I are
Like,
not best
The
friends.
most you could do really is like short something out, and that would mainly cause fire. And I don't think we can hear fire. I mean, maybe we
No,
can.
there shouldn't be 1 second.
Yeah. Man, it's gonna be weird when Ian gets back though. I think it'll be cool when he can actually join streams.
Yeah,
Right.
without
Get some
any
good stories.
without having to wait 20 seconds to figure out what he said.
Yeah. Oh jeez. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah. It was awesome last week trying to figure out what in the world he was saying.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. I mean,
Hello.
He tried.
What?
Yep. Hello.
What's going on?
I don't know what.
I think it's
What y'all
great
talking
that
about?
Ian has. We were talking about Ian and how we
Oh,
could barely
Ian.
see him, but and like understand him when he was on last week. What I
Right.
love
Yeah.
about what I love about that is he not only has access to like PlayStation 5 and like a bowling alley, but like they don't have good internet or Wi-Fi or like good LTE coverage. Like what the hell?
Yeah, that
they
doesn't
have
make
all
much
they have all this
Gotta love
extra stuff,
that.
but they don't have good internet coverage.
Yeah, they couldn't invest in like a cell tower or something
Right.
over there.
They
you know?
couldn't get fiber. They couldn't get fiber.
I'm sure they probably could have. I don't know why they didn't. That's kind of weird. Yeah.
Right? Because
They
that
probably
would solve a
still-
lot of their
Probably because
problems.
they're still running like Windows 7.
Yeah. Got that.
Because they're still running Windows 7. So
I mean, hell,
Make
it's the
my-
military. They're worried about privacy. They're probably still running Windows 3.1.
I mean, privacy is important. just saying.
because I remember
we
when
know,
they
Mr.
phased
Potato
out.
Chip.
I remember when they phased out Windows XP, and that wasn't
Yeah.
that long ago.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like every so often, I'll get like a notification like in my newsfeed or whatever, and it's like this amount of people are still using Windows XP in 2021, and I'm just like, y'all
How?
are just asking to get like in some trouble. Like, I mean, I don't know, man.
I mean,
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
those. I hope they don't have anything important in their computers. You know.
Well, some people like the older operating systems. I would assume it's kind of more focused on. Well, not focused, but the most people that use Windows XP still are kind of old and don't like change, so they stick with what works. And
or alternatively, they might not know that there's an update or how to update.
right, so they're old.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of technologically inept. Is that right? Technologically inept.
Yeah, but I don't think you could live in 2021 not knowing.
No. Like young people. Like there's people who are not good with tech.
Like what age group?
But
would that be?
those young people are buying Macs because they open the box and it works.
Right. Yeah.
I guess. But then those are the ones that are like really scary because then they'll have important stuff because they know how to use it, but they don't really understand it. So like,
Yeah.
I wonder which one's safer. You
like
know?
using their social security, for passwords.
Yeah, like that sounds like it really. That example, yeah, that's scary, like terrifying.
It's
kinda
sad that
one of
people
those things
actually
where
do
it's
that.
Like, if you don't think of it, if you don't think too hard about it, like it feels like it makes sense on the outside, but like the more you think about it, like I mean, it's
But passwords get
obviously-
leaked all the time
Yeah,
from
exactly.
like data leaks. You know, like Facebook recently had that. Apparently, his
Oh,
Tim. What?
I just got it to boot.
Oh, congrats.
Sorry about that. I just got really excited because it was the first time I've been able to turn on my computer since it
Well,
broke.
I have to get going, so sorry. Gonna leave. Have
I
to.
knew it.
live.
You
Yep.
I
called it.
called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye bye.
See you,
I'll
man.
be right back.
Okay. I don't know if he said he was going to be right back or not, but okay.
He's gonna go take a nap. I told you.
Oh,
I told you. It was gonna
oh,
happen.
literally. Okay, cool.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know that for sure. I was just, kind of joking, but yeah, because he said earlier, like, because he was so tired, and I was like, I have a feeling he's gonna leave at some point to go take a nap.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired too, but I'm sticking in, for this next however long we have left. Yeah,
5 minutes,
yeah.
right?
Oh god. Yeah, not too many topics this week. It's kind of been a slow week as far as tech and just kind of everything goes.
I'm about to say. I mean, so I've been kind of trying to talk about like, kind of like personal stuff in tech, like, because like I mentioned, my computer broke, and
Yeah.
I actually bought a domain this week. I bought futuresnow.com this week.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, and so it's kind of cool because GoDaddy is the domain provider, which, by the way,
Right.
I hate that name. I hate saying it for so many reasons, but
Okay.
they're the domain provider because they have insane discounts for like the first year.
Oh yeah, it's stupid cheap. I got like mine for like $1 a year or something like that. It's really cheap,
and
yeah.
it's usually it's based on what the like what the end is. I can't remember what it's called. The extension, I guess. It's
right, like the
.com,
.com,
studio.
yeah, right,
whatever.
Yeah.
And so I bought, I just bought .com, and I got it for for $4 for the first year.
Yeah.
So it's stupid cheap. And then the cool thing is that I build my websites on GitHub Pages,
Mhm.
and it integrates really, really, really well with GoDaddy. And so I'm using Cloudflare as the DNS, and between those three services, I've had no downtime so far. I mean, it hasn't even been a week yet. So, I mean, there's,
Right.
I don't know how the long term is going to be, but I haven't had any downtime. As soon as I've updated the website, it's updated, just as fast as it was when it was just GitHub Pages. And it even lets me do it for each project that I have. Like, I'm doing my Windows 10X project. It updates the URL automatically. So it's futuresnow.com/Windows 10X. Like, I don't have to do, some weird stuff in GitHub in order to get it to work. Like, it just works out of the box. So it's super, super cool.
Are you going to do the Office 365 plan with it too, or no?
I thought about it, but I'm not ready to subscribe to a monthly plan just yet. I still need to wait until I'm getting paid, more frequently, to do that. And then I might, but the other thing is that I'm taking a couple of classes next year, so I'll still have access to my Office and Adobe apps through my school.
Well, it's not even that. I'm talking about meaning like creating like domain emails like that, custom.
Yeah. And for what it's worth, GoDaddy actually does have an option to do just emails, and it's also really cheap. I think it's like $1 a month. So, I mean, if I wanted to do that, I could, but honestly, I mean, I'm fine with just using futuresnow@gmail.com. I mean, I haven't had, an issue so far with that. And
yeah.
So, and until I need something that's a little bit more professional, I think that it'll honestly work just fine.
Yeah, it's really only good for reaching out to other companies and trying to seem like what you're talking about, type of thing. And
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, no, it works good though. Yeah, that's our domain talk for today.
Yeah.
Oh God, this week was just so slow. I was working on a PC at one of my friends. I think he broke his motherboard or something like that. I don't know.
As you do.
Right, yeah. So I had to help him with that.
Just broke the motherboard. Just dropped it, in the sink.
Well, so his AIO backplate wouldn't fit on his motherboard, so he took a Dremel to the backplate, and it technically fit, but like he broke one of the traces off of the motherboard, so like it just kind of killed it.
You're one of the smartest people in the world.
Great.
God, yeah. So, yeah, he was wondering why I wouldn't like it kept turning off, like the display kept randomly turning off. So I assume it's something graphics related, but yeah. So I diagnosed that for like a good 2 hours before I figured that out. But yeah,
that's crazy. That's you're just asking for trouble if you're trying to do all that.
Yeah.
I don't know how one could logically take a Dremel to a motherboard, but I mean.
Oh no! They took it to the backplate.
Oh, okay.
Attaches that keeps the AIO kind of in place on the motherboard.
Okay.
But
yeah, because I was gonna say I don't think I could personally, like, with any good conscience, like, even if I thought that it would make sense and I checked all the traces and ensured everything was gonna be fine, I don't think I could bring myself to take a Dremel to a motherboard. Like, I just don't see that happening.
No, not at all. I mean, it's God, it's insane. And he said he found like an Amazon review saying that would work. Like
Oh,
he didn't do
well,
any
yeah, that's
research.
That's the worst place.
Yeah. He's like,
That's
yeah, I
fine.
read an
That's
Amazon
great.
review, and it's just like, yeah, I just did it, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, now you don't have a backplate anymore. So,
Right?
oh, God. So he drops like another $200 on a new motherboard. It's great, but
It's crazy.
It's kind of
yeah,
funny because so speaking of motherboards, I actually it's kind of funny because I named because you can name your lights like for like your smart home stuff.
Yeah.
And so I actually called the lights in my room North and South Bridge. And so because I wanted to come up with something that wasn't just light strip 1 and light strip 2. I wanted to come up with something that wasn't boring. So I came up
Right.
with North and South Bridge.
Oh, so yeah, mine are just kind of light panels 'cause that seems to work.
Yeah. It was kind of funny because I had a lamp that was like just like a pole and then it had like sockets on the end of it. And
Yeah.
I called that lightsaber.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Fun stuff, man.
Well, this is we're an hour in, and we have 0 viewers, probably because we don't have our cameras on, but
Right.
it happens. So if you're watching this in the future, thanks for watching, and
Yeah, thanks
feel
for
free to
sticking
tune
around.
in like every other week or every week. Yeah, well, depending on what we feel like every other week, but you get the point. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next Friday at 8:30 p.m. EST. See ya.
See you, everyone.